We have already discussed about this chapter 6 sound question answers. So we will discuss from question number 26. Number 26. You recognize your friend by hearing his voice on a telephone. Explain. We can recognize our friend by hearing his voice on a telephone due to quality of sound and pitch of sound. 27. A musician recognizes the musical instrument by hearing the sound produced by it, even without seeing the instrument. Which characteristic of sound makes this possible? A musician can recognize the musical instrument by hearing sound even without seeing because of the characteristic of sound called quality. The quality of sound depends on the frequencies present in it and their relative loudness. Number 28. Describe an experiment to show the production of sound having low and high pitch. At first, we will take few rubber bands, some thicker and longer, few thinner and of short length. We will cut and stretch these rubber bands by holding one end of the string in our mouth, under the teeth and the other end in our hand. Now pluck these rubber bands one by one. The rubber bands thicker and longer will produce sound with a lower pitch, and the rubber bands thinner and shorter will produce sound with a higher pitch. Number 29. How does a musician playing on a flute change the pitch of a sound produced by it? In a musical instrument like flute, the pitch of sound is changed by changing the length of vibrating air column when different holes in it are closed. Number 30. Why are musical instruments provided with more than one string? The stringed instruments are provided with a number of strings of different thickness and under different tensions so that each string produces sound of a different pitch. Number 31. How can the pitch of sound in a piano be changed? In a piano, the pitch of sound can be changed by stretching or loosening the strings of piano. Number 32. Explain why can you predict the arrival of a train by placing your ear on the rails without seeing it. We can predict the arrival of a train because the sound produced by a moving wheels of train travels much faster through the track than through air. Therefore, we can hear the sound through the track much before it is heard through air. Number 33. Write the approximate speed of sound in air, water and still. The approximate speed of sound in air is 330 meter per second. Water is 1500 meter per second. Still is 5960 meter per second. Number 34. During a thunderstorm, the sound of a thunder is heard after the lightning is seen. Why? This is because light travels much faster than sound. It takes negligible time for light to reach us, while sound takes a much longer time to reach us. Number 35. Describe an experiment to estimate the speed of sound in air. To estimate the speed of sound in air, we will choose two hills, A and B, about a kilometre apart. When a person at the hill A fires a gun, another person at the hill B starts a stopwatch as he sees the flash of the fire and stops it on hearing the sound. Let the time interval between the sight of flash and hearing the sound be T, and D is the distance between the two hills. The speed of sound V is equal to distance by time, meter per second. Can sound travel through solids and liquids? In which of these two does it travel faster? Yes, sound can travel through solids and liquids. It travels faster through solids than in liquids or gases. Number 37. What do you mean by reflection of sound? The return of sound after striking a surface is called reflection of sound. Number 38. State one use of reflection of sound. One use of reflection of sound is it is used in making soundboard and trumpet. Number 39. What is an echo? An echo is the distinct sound heard after reflection from a distant rigid surface such as a hillside. Number 40. What minimum distance is required between the source of sound and the reflecting surface to hear an echo? Give reason. Since sound has to travel an equal distance in going up to the reflecting surface and in coming back from the reflecting surface, therefore, it must travel nearly 33 by 2, that is 16.5 meter. Thus, to hear the echo clearly in air, the reflecting surface should be at a minimum distance of 16.5 meter from the source of sound. Number 41. List 4 substances which are good absorbers of sound. 4 substances which are good absorbers of sound are clothes, paper, carpets and curtains. 42. List the measures that you will take when designing a soundproof room. The measures that you will take when designing a soundproof room are: the roof of the enclosure must be covered by plaster of Paris. Again, I am repeating. The measures that we will take when designing a soundproof room are: the roof of the enclosure must be covered by plaster of Paris after putting the sheets of thermocol. The walls of the enclosure should be covered by wooden strips. The floor must be laid down by thick carpets. The machine parts of all the electrical equipments must be placed outside the enclosure. Thick curtains should be used to cover the doors and keep them closed. Thick stripping must be used to cover the openings of doors and windows. Next, numericals. Number 1. A boy fires a gun and another boy at a distance of 1020 meter hears the sound of firing the gun 3 seconds after seeing its smoke. Find the speed of sound. So, distance is given as 1020 meter. Time is as 3 seconds. So, we know speed is equals to distance by time. That is 1020 divided by 3, which is equals to 340 meter per second. Number 2. A boy on a hill A fires a gun. Another boy on hill B hears the sound after 4 seconds. If the speed of the sound is 330 meter per second, find the distance between the two hills. So, given the speed is equals to 330 meter per second, time is given as 4 seconds. So, we know we have to find out distance here, and we know speed is equals to distance by time. So, distance is equals to speed into time, which is equals to 330 into 4, that is equals to 1320 meter. So, here students, we have finished our chapter 6 question and answer sections. Thank you.